Hey, Knolly Williams here, the business healer. And in this video, I'm super duper excited. Why? Because I get to share with you one of my favorite resources that you should have in your business, and it doesn't cost you a nickel, doesn't cost a dime, doesn't cost a penny. It's absolutely no cost to you. And that is your complete seller guide. That's right. You should have this in your business. In fact, I have a complete, I call it an overnight success toolkit. Okay, you should have this in your business because you get it at absolutely no cost to you. Why? Because your sponsors pay the entire cost. Now, you already know that I took over 1,000 listings during my first 10 years in real estate. And people ask me all the time, they say, Knolly, how'd you do it, man? And I tell them, you know, I had some really good mentors. I had some great coaches, and I had some really good tools. Some great tools. And one of the best tools that I ever used was my seller guide. Okay, that is my complete seller guide that has absolutely helped me catapult my business and got me to the point where I was able to take a crap ton more business without having to prove to people or having to even really sell. Okay, so in this video I want to share with you, I got to sit down with the Knolly Coaching Club very recently, and I was able to share this information with them, and I want to bring it to you as well. So now you should check out Knolly Coaching Club. You can join for only $1, okay? And then all the training that I have, my complete training library, is absolutely free. You get it at no cost. You just join for $1. Now, if you love Knolly Coaching Club, you stay in, and if you don't, you jump out. It's month to month, no contract. So subscribe to my YouTube channel. I want to remind you of that. Do it right now before you forget, because I'm dropping these videos all the time. All right, check out my podcast and leave a comment down below. I want to know what you think. Like the video if you like it. Let's check it out. So what I want to share with you guys is I have a whole suite of tools. Some of you guys know about it, some of you don't. But what I allow you to do in your listing business is to license all of the tools that I've created for my business at no cost to you. Okay. And if anybody want to hear about that? Okay, so these are tools that have saved me a ton of time. I'm gonna spend about 5 minutes on this, and then we can go ahead, or we'll go right to about 12. Because this is the one thing that's changed more lives in the sense of people having to not have to reinvent the wheel, okay? So we talked about this earlier. You guys said you all want it. And I call it the Overnight Celebrity Listing Success Toolkit, because I found that I would tell agents what to do and they just wouldn't do it. And then when they get on the next coaching call with me, I say, hey, how are you doing? And the number one thing I did was I wrote a book. I said, become famous. I wrote a book. I call it Consider It Sold, you know, the complete guide to selling your home, A to Z. Okay, it's 80 pages. And I would tell my coaching clients, I say, hey, write the book. Here's what you put in it. And then I call them the following week, how much of the book did they write? How much did they get done? I said, where you at? I said, page 1, chapter 1. All right, so I call them 2 weeks later, where you at? Chapter 1, page 1. So finally, one of my students said, Knolly, why can't I just use your book? I got offended. I said, fool, you know how much time it took me to write this? And but then I thought about it. I said, man, there might be an angle here. Let me think on this. And I started licensing it where it doesn't cost you a dime. I'm gonna show you that real quick. There's a guy that came to one of my conferences just like this one, okay? He was sitting in the audience. I didn't know it at the time, but he was homeless and he was a brand new agent. I didn't know it. I just connected with him actually when we were in Puerto Rico. He has a farm out there now. He's studying for his law degree. There's a happy ending. He's studying for his law degree and he has his own brokerage firm, you know, doing what Frank, you know, did. And he's, you know, soon to see the light on that, but he's doing his thing. That's him right there. You see him? Richard Anderson. Okay, that's his name, Richard Anderson. And here's what Richard Anderson wrote to me. This was in Cambridge, Massachusetts back in the day. He said, because of Knolly's book and Listing Success Toolkit, I was able to get my first listing. Yes, my very first. I was one of 6 agents interviewed, but because of the listing system, the book, and my approach, the owners chose to work with me. Oh yeah, the best part, we sold the house for $539,000. That was his first listing ever. He had never worked with a buyer, never worked with a seller ever. He went up against 6 other listing agents. He was homeless and brand new, but he got the deal. Why? Because what he did was he looked the part. And a lot of the mega agents, see, we have tools that we don't tell you guys about. We just don't tell you because we use certain things that make us look smarter when we're really not, but we look like we are. So the first one is the Editable Seller Guide, my whole pre-listing package, a pre-listing presentation that I do. Now this is, you can't pop, it's a video, a pre-listing video. See, here's what I teach. Before you ever meet with the client, they should already be sold on you. You need to sell the client, sell them on you before you ever meet with them face to face. Many of you, raise your hand if you saw me before you saw me today. If you see me on YouTube or something like that. See, you guys are already pre-sold. They're like, oh, Uncle Knolly might have something to say. You see, I pre-sold you. And I do that, there's a script that I give you to create your own video, job descriptions for all your team members, a listing manager, team training manual. All of this, normally it's a $79.85 value. We sell it online for $9.97. And what we're doing here is $400 off for those of you that want to take advantage of it. But I'm going to show you how you're going to get it at no cost. Is that okay? Yeah, this is ingenious. So you can do payment plans. Somebody used to ask me about payment plans, so we put one in, $199, 3 payments of $199. So the books themselves cost $3 to print, okay? And you can print as few as 5 copies, 10 copies, as few as you want. And it's a lifetime license. It's called a derivative copyright. So if you take somebody's work and you redo it, it's a $150,000 fine based on copyright law, okay? But if I license it to you, it's good, you're good. So it's all digital delivery. I call it the virtual assistant because that book has helped me get so many listings while I'm not even there. They're reading my book. Somebody's thinking about selling and I just give them my book. Hey, you're thinking about selling? I know you don't want to talk to me yet because they don't want to talk to you until they're ready, right? Okay, don't worry, here's my book. Read it at your convenience, skim. And then you got a book? What? Now they want to talk to me, you see? So how to get it for free? I'm going to show you. Sponsors. So what I did was I created a back cover because I know people don't like paying for stuff. I don't. So I created a back cover template where you basically get paid $900 a year just for having the book. Here's how it works. So it's a preferred vendor program. You get a handyman, an inspector, a house cleaner, carpet cleaner, a mover, and a painter. They each pay you $99 a year. You got $600 a year coming in. That helps you cover the cost of your books, okay? Now, you could also, there's also a place for a mortgage, okay? But if you're with Frank, you don't even have to worry about that, okay? Because you guys have in-house, it's all good. So we give you a proven call script, a follow-up email script, vendor enrollment form, back cover template, 6 yeses, and you're done. I had one guy who was in one of my classes in, I think it was in Vegas or somewhere, and he left the class, like right now, like about this time. And I said, man, did I offend him? What happened? He came in 10 minutes later. He said, I got him. I called them all. They all agreed. I got him on the, so he went and made his calls. Then he purchased the thing. So you could do that if you want. But because people ask me about my tools all the time, I have stellar tools that help me. You know, a lot of times if you're going to put in carpet at a house and you show up with the tools to put in tile, are you going to get the job? No. And a lot of times I see agents showing up with lousy tools, guys. Because I go up against you, and it's like and so we're level in the playing field. It's $597. You pay it up front. You get your sponsors. They pay you back. Okay. Same way I raised the money for my first company, by the way. I didn't have to pay them back though. So it's $597 for those of you that are interested in that. You can take advantage of it. And does that sound good? Is that cool? It's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. And we have a whole site that has all about our case studies, people that have used this for a long time. Absolutely phenomenal. That's it for me, guys. I wanted to make sure that you guys got value today. Has it been valuable? Have you learned some things that you're going to start to implement? Come on up here, Frank.
Are you including all of those slides on the slideshow?
Oh, yeah. I'm glad you mentioned that. So somebody's asking about the slides. Let's get to, if you go to knolly.com/event, write that down. That's how you can get this. Knolly.com/event, and you'll get this. Y'all got it written down? All right, so let me get to, in order to get the free slides, this is the last one, text UK to that number. You see it up on the screen, UK? So basically what you're gonna do is put in that number, 678-506-7, like go open your phone, go to like you're sending a message, and then put in that phone number, 678-506-7543. That's not my phone number, by the way. So it's automation. Y'all know about automation, right? Yeah. And then you just text the letters UK to that number, and then it's gonna ask you for your email address. You put it in, and then we're gonna send you both of these. You're gonna get the blueprint, and you're gonna get these slides. It's gonna be emailed to you, okay? It's automation, don't look so dumbfounded. Uncle Knolly ain't gonna manually do that. What's UK stand for?
Uncle Knolly.
What's up? Uncle Knolly in the house. I love you guys. Thank you so much, Frank. I appreciate you. Thank you, brother.
Love you.
Hey, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hey, I want to invite you out to Knolly Coaching Club. That's right. The Knolly Coaching Club is where I'm able to teach, train, and coach you every single week to your ultimate greatness. Now you can join for just $1. Go to knollycoaching.com and I'll see you on the inside.